Yes, I can hear you. How are you?
Oh,
Okay.
good, good, good. Um, thank you for picking me. So I suppose my question kind of follows on from what Inez was mentioning. I know you mentioned about aura, but why isn't it equal? Why do women have to cover their hair but not men equally? Do you know?
Yes, because men and women are not the same. And attraction between men and women is not the same. Like how you are attracted to a man and how a man is attracted to you is not the same. Men are very visual. Men all they need to do is just to see the woman. That's enough. For women, a lot of it is intellectual, psychological. They need to first get to know the person. They need to first build that suspense, etc. How we are generally, even the certain body parts that we have is not the same. Women have certain body parts in a way that men don't have. Men are attracted to these body parts is not the same way when it comes to women. We're not the same. So the reason why they're not the same commandments to cover is because men and women are different and they're attracted to each other different. Like attraction is not symmetrical. It's not the same for both genders. So it wouldn't make sense to command both genders to cover the same thing.
Okay. Thank you. And then another question, kind of in a similar category, is about the witness of two women, kind of where it says like, is not the evidence of two women equal to the witness of one man? And then the answer is this is the deficiency in her intelligence. So just the question about that, but I'm sure that's a common question.
Yeah. So the testimony, are you talking about testimony of men and women? Testimony usually
Yes.
Islamically is an obligation. It's a responsibility. It's an obligation. It's a responsibility. So that is more Allah easing these responsibilities upon women, because in Islam, if you make false testimony, for example, you get lashed. Testimony in an Islamic system is not something which everyone wants to do or something. Now, when it comes to testimony of one man being equal to two women, it's not always the case. It depends on what is the thing that you're asking testimony for. So Allah would mention, for example, when it comes to debt and when it comes to these social financial dealings, a testimony of one man being equal to two women. But for instances, you'll find the hadith, a narration of the Prophet ﷺ, where he took a testimony of one woman over a man. And that woman at that time, she was a black slave. So in that society, taking a testimony of a black slave woman over a man who is an Arab, who is free, was something that is not known before. But the Prophet took her testimony over the testimony of that man. And she was one woman. Because that was something that she is more familiar with. Meaning the things that, for example, females know more than men. Things to do with pregnancy, stuff like that. Testimony is relation to that. So it is not always the case in which it is the testimony of one man equal to two women. It is certain situations and certain scenarios where you'll have this as the case. So because generally when it comes to hudud, like punitive laws and financial dealings,